Hello students, as we are moving on with chapter number 4, Reproduction in Animals. This is the second video on it. Today we'll study about the birds. Last class we studied about the different type of cell which are covering the eggs. Today we'll study about the birds. Birds lays eggs in their nest to reproduce. You can see the picture of an egg. The yellowish part is yolk. The whitish part is the membrane which is surrounding or which is covering it. The outer part is shell, and one arrow is given air sac. Air sac you have studied in the previous chapter also. Okay, and that only becomes while they grow up, helps in flying. Next is your albumen. Okay, that is becoming the body structure of the bird. So now we'll study about the structure. The egg of the bird have the same structure. The outermost part of the egg is the hard shell, which is unbreakable without any outer force. A thin membrane is present inside it. A thin lining is present which is covering it. While you boil the egg, you see a lining is coming out. That is a thin membranous part. The middle part is yellow and it is called as yolk. It is rich in fat, protein, vitamins and minerals. Yolk provides nutrition to the embryo as it develops. Embryo is the growing child which is inside the egg. And inside the egg, yolk is the embryo which develops into a nestling. Nestling means a small baby bird. Now, yolk is surrounded by transparent jelly-like substance called as albumen. And it is rich in protein and protects the yolk and the embryo in it. It is an air sac on the broad side of the egg for the liquid part to expand and contract, because slowly when the egg matures, if it is not broken, so it takes up the size and structure of a bird. So it expands, its body enlarges. For that it requires an air sac for expanding and also contracting. Once the eggs are laid, the birds sit on them to keep them warm, and this is called as incubation. And the egg to go through different stages of development, therefore the young ones break the egg from inside and out come. This is called as hatching. That means the eggs, when the mother bird sits upon it and it hatches out after a certain period of time, that process coming out of a new baby from the egg is called as hatching. Some birds are hatched without feathers on the body, and whereas they are fed by their parents and they develop feathers after a few days. And some birds hatch out of the eggs with feathers. They have feathers on the body. The diagram below is showing you the life cycle of a hen. Let's take an example. It's showing you the example of a hen egg. So yolk. You can see a first egg which has come out just. Okay. From that yolk, the blood vessel starts growing in it. That means the blood carries inside the body of that yolk. Then it becomes a complete ball-like structure, whitish you can see. Then in 12 days, the eyes in the embryo can be seen. In that portion you can see small dot, those are the eyes that can be seen. And again after 18 days the wings can also be seen and the feet by they walk. And in 21 days the egg hatches out, and in 21 to 22 days a new chick come out from the egg, and finally after certain months or few weeks it becomes a mature hen. This is the complete life cycle of a hen. Next we'll study about the amphibians. Amphibians such as frog lays eggs for reproduction. The frog lays 100 of eggs in the water, and this cluster means one togetherly of eggs are called as spawn. These are called as spawn, and these eggs are surrounded by a jelly-like substances which protect them from the predators or from any prey. And when the eggs hatches, tiny organisms called tadpole comes out. You can see in the picture the tadpoles come out of the eggs, And these tadpoles do not resemble the frog. That means they do not look like the frog at the beginning when they come out from the eggs, and look like fish with a tail, small fishes with a tail. But when even have, and they have even gills at the beginning when they are tadpole to breathe as fish have, and then they survive in water because of gills and eat small plants. You can see the life cycle of a frog. Spawn means cluster. Many numbers of eggs are laid togetherly. From there, tadpoles come out, a head with a tail, and this tadpole are having gills to breathe. And this tadpole you can see with the hind legs. Hind means backward, piche taraf legs. Then slowly you can see four legs, four limbs and hind limbs all are coming out with the tail. Then after a certain period of time, they grow into a froglet. That means a young child froglet. And then slowly, when it comes to the land and it has lungs, that is a mature frog. This is the life cycle of a frog or an amphibian frog. After a few weeks of the tail of a tadpole comes smaller, and then they develop the hind or the back legs to swim. Soon, forelimbs or the front legs appear along with a small tail, and this stage is called as froglet. Finally, the tail disappears and the frog changes into a frog, adult frog. And this frog jumps out of the water onto the land to eat the insects and breathe through their lungs. And when it gets back into the water, it breathes with the skin. The skin is moist, means nummy. This complete changes from the young tadpole to an adult. That means whole life cycle. From a small tadpole that is different in look from a frog, this complete change from a looking of a tadpole to a big adult frog, this whole process is called as metamorphosis. Next, we will study about reptiles. Reptiles such as turtles and crocodiles, they also lay eggs. They do not look after their eggs. They lay their eggs and they move away from there, leaving it. Turtles lay their eggs in the sand on the beaches, and crocodile lay their eggs in the hole in the grounds. And these eggs of the most reptiles have soft cells, and they are covered as sand. It's covering that egg, and in ground also in the holes, the mud or the soil, that is covering the eggs. In this way, the reptiles' eggs are protected. There are tree frogs also that lay in for the liquid created by them. That means they are giving out some liquid type of substances from themselves, and in which they are laying the eggs. These eggs hatches and the tadpole fall in the water below the tree. The tree that must be nearby the water. Next is insects. Insects also lay eggs in different places. You might have seen now, as it is rainy seasons, in the houses also, even where there are some places at homes and houses which are just not used, or that those places are not cleaned every day. In that places also the insects lays the eggs. The butterfly has also metamorphosis process. That means it lays eggs underside of the leaf. As new leaves are coming out, in that only they lays the eggs, and in that plant the egg hatches out into larva. That means you can see the picture over here. Can you see the eggs on the leaf? Then this larva doesn't resemble just exactly like a butterfly. Do they are looking like same, the caterpillar and the butterfly? No, they are not the same in look, in appearance. So the egg hatches out into larva. The stage that stage is called as larva, and this larvae resembles small worms. It's looking like a small worm which crawl on the walls or crawl on the soil. These larvae are called as caterpillars. They are very fast eaters of green plants leaves. The caterpillars eat the leaves and grow very fast. After a few days, the caterpillar makes you can see the cocoon. This is a cocoon. You can see it's making a cocoon. That is the covering around itself and attaches itself into a twig. In this way, you can see here it is attaching. It's the cocoon which they are preparing and making it attached to a twig of any of the plant body. And the stage is called as pupa, and the pupa changes into a beautiful butterfly as it grows adult. This emerging out of pupa, just you can see that means the life changing from a small round spherical structures, eggs, underside of the leaf, to a caterpillar, then to a cocoon structures growing on the leaves, you can see, with a that is called as pupa, and finally grows into an adult butterfly. When this adult butterfly comes out, it dries its wings and flies to the flowers to suck the nectar, the sweet juice of the flower, that is called as nectar. The adult butterfly lays eggs and the whole cycle starts again. And this adult butterfly feeds and lays eggs, and thus the life cycle continues one after the other. Butterflies have 4 wings, which you have studied in the previous chapter, which are delicate, that means very soft scales on them. They use their long proboscis to suck the nectar from flower. Proboscis are just pipe-like or straw-like structures on their body, on their mouth portion, for which they are helping needle, just like a needle. They are sucking up the nectar, juices from the flowers. And this insects such as cockroaches, grasshoppers have 3 stages in their life cycle. The eggs of these insects hatches into larva, that is called as nymph, which comes out, and this nymph sheds in the skin, means the body's skin completely escapes out, and this way the several times of transformation into adult. This is called as molting. The process is called as molting. You can see the picture given there. The egg, then the nymph, and finally it grows into an adult. When it is egg, it is having a shell or a structure which is covering it. When it is becoming a nymph, then that from that egg, the shell, the structure is being out, shedding out, means it's showing out, and it's you can see forelimbs, hindlimbs, everything is appearing over there. And finally it grows into adult cockroach. Same in the grasshopper, eggs, then it grows into a nymph. From the eggs, the sheds move out, the body completely sets the skin, then it's come out a nymph, and from then nymph it grows into a adult grasshopper. This is the life cycle. So this much is there for today's video. We will continue with this chapter in the next video. Thank you.